Hey everybody, this is Kyle from the UA Playbook coming back at you with another deck profile. I took first place at a rare battle for Black Clover, and I'm going to get into it here in just a second, the deck list. As promised, I came in first place playing in my Union Arena Black Clover event. I was piloting a different variation of Red Asta. Sorry, I have to be a little bit quiet. I have some friends over, but either way, figured I might as well get it to you. So starting things off with the zeros, I was running 3 of the zero drop Noel, followed by 4 of the zero drop Mimosa, as well as 4 of the zero drop Astas. Worked very, very well, obviously. So instead of running the 10, we're running 11 zeros in this variation of the deck. Now we're going to go into the 1-drops. You play 4 of the 1-drop step Asta. Can't say this enough. Card's so valuable and so good. Being able to, if you're going second, be able to play a 0-drop on your energy, put them to the front, and then it's forcing them to think on their heels and like, do I just start swinging? Or if they don't swing, you can at least put them back and then you can try to get the 3 quicker. So good. Then I was running... For lead, you have to run it. It's the color trigger of the deck. Oops, not that. For lead, so good. So good, everybody. Color trigger, when he's played, you get the draw card, play something underneath from your hand. He's also a color trigger, so while in life, he can egg some sideline stuff with 2,500 or less BP on your opponent's front line. Very, very good. Then I ran 2 Yami. This card is actually common clutch quite often, at least in this variation of it, which is going to be, I'd say, mid-range aggro, mid-range control, pretty much. It's weird. It's a lot different than my first run edition, and it's a lot different than some lists that I've been seeing. So yeah, with that being said, very good. Then we only ran 3 of the Step Noel. 3K 2 energy generator with active. And this, I mean, in this variation, she's not really much so there as more than just a 2 energy generator, maybe restand something. Now, it has come up for times in testing and stuff like that, that you can push her up, stuff like that. Kind of went into this Black Clover K rare battle and a little bit of a blind situation. I've had previous testings with it. This is as close to my old Japanese list as I could get it. So, yeah, kind of a really good card. Then we were running 3 of this Mimosa. Now, I have a very much so love-hate relationship with this Mimosa. I feel that most of the times when I use this Mimosa, that I don't find anything, no events off of her, which that's what she does when she comes into play. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you can reveal up to 1 red event. Well, oh yeah. 1 red event card from your hand, put it to your hand, and place something from your hand to your sideline. Place the other cards at the bottom of your deck. So I found when playing her in most situations that I don't find a red event card, and some of my raid targets have to go to the bottom of the deck. Thankfully, yes, you can manipulate where they go on the bottom of your deck, but still, it kind of hurts, but it's kind of nice when it does actually work. Then we're going on to the 4-drops. You ran 4 of the Notch, or Not. On play, draw a card, and then it also comes into play active. As well as when he gets to swing, he gets to play something under a Liba or an Asta and get plus 1k for the turn. Also has an activate, get add to hand. Yes, he's a 2 action point, but such a good value piece of the deck. Then we ran 4 of the Raid Mimosa. On play, draw a card, and then you can discard an event card from your hand to the sideline, grab back a 1 AP cost character, red character from your sideline to your hand. Or you could reduce the next action of a cost of an event from your hand with 2 energy or less by 1. So, I mean, not in this deck in particular are you going to use the secondary effects, but the main effects possibly it comes up here and there. To sideline an event from your hand to grab back something. Then you run 4 of the 4-drop raidable Asta. Very good card, phenomenal, nullifies impact, does a whole bunch of things. Just a very, 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 very good card, as well as when attacking, you may discard a card from underneath him, and he gets impact 1. So you have this, it has to be a face-down card, but still, like I said before, of like not being able to place things underneath Asta for you face-down, kind of impactful. As well as being able to nullify something when he comes into effect with something being placed something face-down underneath him. Very good. Then I ran 4 of the 5-drop 1-action Astas. On play, when you raid this character, you may KO something with 4,000 or less. His drawback would state that if he has nothing face down underneath him, the top card, meaning the 5-drop, has to go away. In fact, some people would say it's a hindrance. I really don't think it's that much of a hindrance, because then again, you could just go on the following turn, another one, or you could potentially go 4-drop Asta on top of the Asta or Leva underneath him. Then we're going to go on to events. You're on 4 of the special triggers. Very good, very good. Now this is going to be something that's a little bit controversial here, what I'm about to show you next. I got this list an inspiration from a Japanese list. Now in Japan, it is not very uncommon for what you're about to see, so bear with it and take it with a grain of salt if you want. But the next card that you only ran 3 of was 3 of your finals. Believe it or not, you know, it's not that bad going from 4 to 3. And something I learned from this, but I'm going to go into more details here in a second. That is the list. So with that being said, now that you've all seen the list that I was running for the Black Clover Rare Battle event that it was in today, let's get into talking, before I get into like some of the plays that you could do and why I think it's not as much aggro in this variation, and as to why it is more of like a mid-range control kind of aggro. But so round 1, mirror match, Red Asta. I'm pretty sure our lists were pretty much identical. Not too sure. However, a lot of similar things are going on there. My opponent was going more on the aggro strategy, while I was going on more of the mid-range control side of things. So I was able to kind of off-throw him when I was being able to go, oh, okay, Demon Slayer Sword, then 5-drop Asta. Or just having little bodies out on the field to be able to do things. To stop the stuff. So he may have removed an Asta, or he may be able to remove an Oct or something like that, but because I was able to keep on pushing guys up front and doing attacks coming in and me being able to chip in damage, it came in really good handy, as well as not really feeling the effects of the removals as much. Because it's playing more of a mid-range, not a complete wombo combo out the gate aggression strategy. Then we go into game 2. So there was only 2 games. I was happy because there's 5 individuals. I went undefeated. Wish there could have been more people. Would have been very fantastic. There's only 1 person after round 1 that also was undefeated. So unfortunately, he lost his round, so there was not a 3rd round. I would have loved to play. I would have loved to play 3 rounds, but it wasn't meant to be. So we go into game 2. I'm playing against Noelle Mimosa. 3 ladies in red deck. Normally speaking, against almost everything else, it's very, very, very good. I feel like that deck has got a lot of legs, and it's got a lot of potential, and under the right pilot, a very good deck. However, I do think it's got some clunking issues as to the reasons why I didn't run it. But, yeah, so here's the reasons why I like this deck so much and compared to the traditional route, which I love the traditional route. I think it's the better way to go, in my opinion. However, this is what I decided to run with at the Rare Battle today. So I went in expecting seeing a whole bunch of red Astas, and yeah, I definitely did. So round 1 was against mirror match, and then you have to gamble here. I didn't know at the beginning if my opponent was playing Noelle Asta, what he was running. However, I knew it was red. And I knew, okay, instead of being the aggressor, let them be the aggressor here. Let's play the more controlling side, have a little bit more laid back, and just find key pieces instead of just trying to just bum rush in and win. So my opponent started to brick, and every time we finally get out a Noel raid, I'd have a response for it. So it was very hard for him to keep a Noel out. However, fantastic game. Nonetheless, I think some things that we can take away from on this. As I stated earlier in the deck profile, Japan really doesn't run 4 finals in a lot of their lists. And I can see why they're doing it. Partially because, again, if it's in your final card of your life, you gotta think you can only run 4 finals in your deck, maximum. What are the odds of it being the last card of your life? Especially, there's been times where I've gotten life taken away very early on, and guess what? Within the first couple cards, it's my final, and I've already seen 2 finals, or whatever amount of them that I've seen throughout my deck, or in opening hand. So it's like, okay, at this point, I'd rather be focusing more on being aggressive and having aggressive cards, or cards that could benefit me to get my energy that I need to be aggressive, as to just, I hope to God the last card of my life is a final. So yes, that is my thought process on why they're doing that in Japan. I think they're just becoming a little bit more aggressive, more chess gamey. I know over here we've always been more focused on the aggression side of things. That's coming from Pokemon. Japan is very much so chessboard playing over there. I know in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's similar. Times may have changed. I haven't played the game in many years, but from my times of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It was very common. It was more chess gaming, more combo, more aggressive, strategized playouts and stuff like that. So I can see where they're doing the more chess gaming, and that's why I'm saying this is kind of more like a mid-range control / aggro deck. It could be changed. I don't know. However, from my own experiences of playing in a rare battle with this, I would say it's more of a mid-range control / mid-range aggro. That is kind of up to your discretion and how you want to go about it. But the cool thing is I think you can pivot into either way you want to go about it. But until the next time, the UA Playbook is signing out.